I just forgot to record stuff yesterday. I was so busy. Sharon went to Miles City, and so I ran and then got to work, and I worked here at the house and just got to work and doing things. And then when Sharon got home, I helped her unload. When then we went and did our errands, piano lessons. I fixed a windshield, and then it was time for EMS training, and I just totally forgot to record any of that stuff. So EMS training was very good last night. We talked about avoiding burnout and compassion fatigue. Some very interesting stuff, some good stuff. So that was pretty good. And then just the windshield, I was really frustrated with. I fixed one of the chips, perfect. Everything went great. The next one, I could not get the resin to feel. And I know experience, and you got to learn these things, but it seems to be that when my first time experiences at things aren't always textbook. You ever get in one of the events and or get into something and the textbook says, well, this is how it's going to be. Very rarely do you have to use these other techniques, or very rarely is there a problem. Well, my first time is always that very rarely. And that's just been my life. So it is what it is. Anyway, I didn't feel right charging them for that repair, and so that's another one for practice, and we'll keep moving forward. So I was kind of frustrated yesterday afternoon anyway, and then when I got home from training, it was late, and I just didn't feel like putting together a video. So as you can probably tell, today's video is a combination of yesterday and today. So today, that is your update from yesterday. I'll put both Bible verses up and share about them in just a little bit. But right now, I'm getting ready to jump on here for 3 miles for today. Today, my plan is, again, I'm going to work from home. But I'm going to get caught up on some Greek homework, get my translation stuff mostly completed. And I don't really have a whole lot planned for today. So I'm going to kind of enjoy that. So by going to that EMS class last night, I missed the second half of the Duke game. And so on my run today, that's what I was watching. Oh, ow. And so there's 2 minutes left in the game. I finished my run, and I'm going to stay down here and keep walking until the game's over. Well, hello everybody, and it's later in the day now, but be honest with you, I've not done a whole lot other than look at a computer. We did take a little nap with Elijah. You can see a picture of that right here. But I wanted to share with you the verses from yesterday and today. Yesterday's verse, do not love the world nor the things of the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not from the Father, but is from the world. The world is passing away, and also its lust. But the one who does the will of God lives forever. I think it's important for us to recognize things that are worldly and things that are from God. Christians, especially American Christians, somehow get confused when they hear all these different voices, and they sound right, but they lack discernment, which leads me to today's verse, which is Colossians 2:8. See to it that no one takes you captive through philosophy and empty deception, according to the tradition of man, according to the elementary principles of the world, rather than according to Christ. It's very important that Christians be wise and discerning before they take advice, before they like things. A few things that I do to help me recognize when my thought processes are not lining up with Scripture is, for example, on Facebook, look at who's liking your post. If you post something and it's all of your lost friends, you might want to think about it. And that's me personally. I post a lot of stuff that nobody likes, and I'm not real sure what I think about that, but the reality is that Christians today, with the advancement of technology in this information age, are more and more susceptible to anybody putting garbage in your head. With our phones that put us on social media so quickly, it's easy for anybody just to drop garbage in there. And it's important that as Christians, we are not taken captive by somebody's smooth talking argument. Instead of focusing on what Scripture says and what God says, we will use that to rationalize and say that it's okay. Ultimately, I think the biggest problem there is that so many people, instead of doing the work to think critically, they fall back to a default, well, Jesus forgives me and I'm trying my best. And honestly, that's a sad place to be. A few other things that I got done today. I made a phone call to get contacts ordered. So he ordered some contacts for me. Called and got Flash an appointment to have her fixed, get spayed. I think it's a girl. I'm pretty sure it's a girl. So we'll get that done. Other than that, I've just caught up on some reading, did some homework, some different stuff like that. Tomorrow I plan to get up at a decent hour, run, get to the church, get some paperwork done there, and have a good day. So I appreciate you guys that watch this. I'm so sorry about missing yesterday. I try not to do that, but again, this vlog is a journal for me, and that's the most important thing. It was just late, and I was very tired last night when I got home, and I just did not get around to doing it. Plus, I didn't have anything that I had recorded. I'm getting really sloppy about taking B-roll for this one and the other vlog. I'm just not recording as much as I used to. I think part of that is I don't want to feel repetitive, and I did not realize how hard it is to create content. You hear these YouTubers talk about, I need to create content. You got to keep making content. Well, that's harder than you think. And when I first started this, I'm like, oh, I'm full of ideas. But now it's coming to a point where I'm thinking about, what am I going to do? We're doing the same thing every day. How am I going to make this interesting? So that's what it is. All right, well, you can kind of see we got a beautiful sunset happening again. It's not going to focus on it. But tomorrow is another EMT training day, and so I'll be late again, but I hope to get a video up. See you guys tomorrow.